Welcome to the criminal imagination, where footprints fade but the stories remain. Today we descend south, far south, into a world where crime fiction doesn't merely imitate European classics, it reshapes them. A place where noir wears a new face. Welcome to Latin American crime fiction, a literary jungle where Borges meet murder and reality blurs into something altogether more fatal. Our story begins with Paul Groussac, the first Argentine crime novelist. His short story, The Golden Lock, brought Edgar Allan Poe's detective spirit Dupin himself into the cobblestone streets of Buenos Aires. It was a transplant of European logic dressed in Latin elegance. Then came Horacio Quiroga, a Uruguayan writing from Argentina, whose The Exiles introduced a version of Wilkie Collins' Sergeant Cuff. He brought the fog of Victorian England to the wilds of Latin America. But the real shift came in 1942. That year, two literary titans teamed up. Jorge Luis Borges and Adolfo Bioy Caceres, writing together under the name H. Bustos Domecq. The result? Six Problems for Don Isidro parody, a locked room mystery solved not by a sleek pipe-smoking detective, but by a barber in prison. Yes, you heard it right. Their stories danced between satire and surrealism. Their detectives were arrogant, often confused. The crimes were absurd, even whimsical, sometimes even comical. But that was the point, a parody of the Golden Age crime tradition delivered with laser wit and Latin flair. But Borges wasn't done. Later that same year, he published his own solo crime masterpiece called Death and the Compass. In this tale, a detective named Lonot chases the murder of a rabbi. A trail of arcane clues, references to the Tetragrammaton, the unspeakable name of God. As the bodies pile up, the mystery becomes stranger, dreamlike, the final twist terrifying. Here, Borges wove together Jewish mysticism, mathematical precision, and labyrinthine logic, then set it all loose on the reader. Reality cracked open, and crime fiction became something more, a philosophical riddle. After Borges, others followed, but Argentina had changed. Manuel Peru's Thunder of Roses, written in 1948, took the mystery and cloaked it in the dark Dostoevskian fog. Juan Carlos Onetti carved out morally grey landscapes. Manuel Puig brought in surrealism, sexuality, and a deep undercurrent of dread. Why? Because outside the pages, Argentina was bleeding. A brutal military dictatorship cast a shadow over every writer. The line between fictional crime and real violence became harder to draw. And then there was Rodolfo Jorge Walsh. His 1957 work, Operation Massacre, was not a novel. It was a true account of a government sponsored killing. It read like fiction, but every word was fact. He turned crime writing into resistance literature. In 1977, Walsh was abducted and murdered by the regime he exposed. So, we are left with two questions. First, does the culture shape crime fiction? Clearly, yes, in Latin America, it didn't just reshape it, it weaponized it. Second, can crime fiction be more than entertainment? In the hands of Borges, Puig, and Walsh, it became art, protest, survival. Here, the detective doesn't always catch the killer. Sometimes the city is the killer, other times the government is the killer. Sometimes the mystery is why the story had to be told at all. And so, here is the question. If you found this journey into Latin American crime fiction as haunting and beautiful as we did, like the video, subscribe for more stories. And tell me, what is the most haunting crime story you have ever read? Was it real or fictional? Tell me in the comments below. We read every single one. Until next time, remember, in the world of crime fiction, the truth is rarely clean and the imagination is never innocent.